When we think of Japan, cutting-edge technology, millennia-old traditions, and an absolutely unique culture immediately come to mind. However, what few people know is that Japan is also one of the most curious and eccentric countries in the world. From square watermelons to jobs that seem straight out of a movie, to secret banishment rooms and transparent public restrooms, these peculiarities reveal a side of Japan capable of leaving anyone speechless. And that is exactly what we are going to talk about today. The so-called love hotels are Japanese establishments specialized in providing privacy for couples, representing a significant part of the country's urban culture. With approximately 37,000 units in Japan and about 500 million visits annually, these hotels cater to a wide variety of clients, from married couples seeking intimate moments to young people living with their parents who crave privacy. The origin of love hotels dates back to the period known as Edo, which lasted from 1603 to 1868, with the tea houses that offered private rooms for intimate encounters. The modern concept emerged in Osaka in 1968, with the first hotel allowing hourly reservations, thus providing a discreet space for couples. During the 1960s and 1970s, these hotels began to adopt extravagant and themed facades to differentiate themselves from traditional hotels. A striking feature of love hotels is the variety of themes and decorations. Rooms can be inspired by medieval castles, spaceships, classrooms, train cars, or even popular characters like Hello Kitty. Some hotels offer unique experiences, such as beds shaped like boxing rings or rotating carousels. In the year 2020, one of Tokyo's neighborhoods implemented a fascinating novelty in two of its most popular parks. We are talking about transparent public restrooms. Although the proposal may sound strange at first glance, it actually represents an innovative technological experiment. That is because once the door is locked, the walls become completely opaque, ensuring total privacy for whoever is using the space. The transparent walls allow people outside to easily check whether the restroom is clean and unoccupied. For the Japanese, hygiene is extremely valued, which justifies this concern with visibly showcasing cleanliness. These transparent restrooms are truly something quite unusual. After all, when using them, it is possible to see who is outside, which naturally can cause some discomfort for those not accustomed to the idea. However, for the Japanese, this practice is completely normal and has become widely popular in the country, with various models found in public spaces. While in most Western countries the most valued aesthetic is of perfect, white, and aligned teeth, in Japan the perception is completely different. There, a peculiar aesthetic custom, initially appreciated by men, has also been adopted by women. Known as yaiba, which translates to double tooth, this style values smiles with imperfections, considered very attractive by the Japanese. According to a local news portal, dentists in Tokyo have been highly sought after by numerous women interested in undergoing this procedure to crook their teeth. To perform the procedure, small prostheses, either temporary or permanent, are applied, creating the effect of a slightly crooked dental arch with more pronounced canines. This method allows women to achieve the desired yaiba look, contributing to the diversity of smiles admired in Japanese culture. In Japan, schools, instead of hiring someone for general services such as cleaning, teach the students to carry out these tasks themselves. There is a reserved time for the children to work together, cleaning classrooms, scrubbing floors, and keeping the restrooms spotless. For them, this is an excellent way for children to grow up organized and diligent. Some may disagree, but over there it is something absolutely normal. Children are generally quite messy, so someone must tidy up and organize all that chaos. Here, we have professionals dedicated to that. Over there, the children literally roll up their sleeves. Another unusual creation from Japan appeared in Akihabara, one of Tokyo's most alternative neighborhoods, drawing attention by the peculiar way a night's sleep is made available. There, it is possible to hire, or rather, rent, a woman just to sleep beside you called Swaina. The service is strange even by Japanese standards. Many criticize the service, saying it turns the woman into a mere object. However, the service creators assure that everything is going very well. It seems that many people there are in need of affection and attention. The shop, inaugurated in 2012, aimed to combat loneliness among men and, it seems, achieved its goal, as the service, barely launched, began to be a hit and has endured to this day. Rabbit Island, officially called Okunoshima, is a small island located in the Seto Inland Sea in Hiroshima Prefecture, Japan. Famous for its numerous population of wild rabbits that live freely and interact with visitors, the island offers a unique experience for nature and animal lovers. Okunoshima is known for hosting hundreds of rabbits that roam the island freely. These animals are docile and accustomed to human presence, often approaching visitors in search of food. The exact origin of these rabbits is uncertain, but it is believed they were introduced after World War II, possibly by local students or as part of an effort to transform the island into a natural park. Despite its current tranquil appearance, Okunoshima has a dark past. During World War II, the island was used as a secret site for the production of chemical weapons, including poison gas, by the Imperial Japanese Army. Due to the confidential nature of these operations, the island was removed from certain maps during that period. After the war ended, the facilities were deactivated, but the ruins remain as a reminder of that historical era. Okunoshima is a destination that combines natural beauty, animal interaction, and a rich, complex history. According to many visitors, a trip to the island provides an unforgettable experience, offering both moments of leisure and reflections on the past. KitKat, the chocolate manufactured by Nestle, is very popular almost everywhere in the world, but in Japan, the chocolate is extremely popular, so much so that more than 400 different flavors of the brand have been released there. Some of the flavors launched in Japan are quite unusual, such as wasabi, apple vinegar, soy sauce, roasted corn, wine, sweet potato, green tea, espresso coffee, among many others. Many of these flavors were limited editions sold only on special occasions, yet they have been hugely successful in the country. A fact that shows how KitKat is a cultural phenomenon in Japan is that it is considered a good luck charm for students taking high school or university entrance exams. Sales increase considerably in mid-January when the national university exam takes place. Adoption in Japan is a topic that can surprise many people because annually approximately 80,000 Japanese are adopted, and 90% of that total are adult men between 20 and 30 years old. This means that most interested in adoption are not seeking a child to raise, but rather a man who already has a complete education. We are talking about a business practice aimed at respecting Japanese tradition. If the owner of a family business does not have a son to keep the family name alive, he will find a suitable heir, who will be adopted by him. This can also happen if the father considers that his own son is incapable of running the business. This practice is called mukoyoshi. The goal is to maintain the tradition of inheritance and ensure the best administrator for the company. Besides perpetuating the family name, the adopted son must have the ideal profile to care for the prosperity of the business. Companies like Suzuki, Toyota, and Canon have already employed this practice. With one of the lowest obesity rates in the world, Japan has only 3.7% of its adult population overweight. This excellent index results not only from culture but also from laws that encourage nutritional education and periodic preventive exams. Japanese children have healthy menus in schools due to the Shokuiku law, in effect since 2005. Even teachers are nutritionists, which helps the youngsters reflect on food choices. The law requires that at school, children be taught about the nutritional value of foods and encouraged to prepare and share meals. There is also no sale of processed products, keeping students away from unhealthy foods. Another law contributing to this index is the Metabo law, which controls adult weight by encouraging annual waist circumference measurements, a metric used to identify the propensity for cardiovascular diseases in both men and women. In addition to the public initiative, private companies also have an annual day dedicated to measuring waist circumference, making the control even more effective. The law expects companies to encourage employees to engage in physical exercise even during the commute or free time, and some companies offer gyms or sports courts for use at lunch or after work. The encouragement from the laws is reinforced by local culture. The Japanese value freshly prepared, locally produced foods. Restaurants, for example, often maintain small urban gardens to grow produce naturally. Japanese cuisine also favors small portions, a historical preference that encourages a more balanced diet and avoids waste. Compared to the most industrialized nations on the planet, Japan's competitors have alarming rates. Germany, France, and Italy have up to 22% obese population, while the United States has 33.6%. As we have seen, Japan is a country that likes to create very different things and has a culture quite unusual for us Westerners. Another famous item in the country is its fruits in exotic shapes, such as square watermelons, heart shapes, or even bomb shapes. And these fruits are not cheap at all. The iconic square watermelon, for example, can cost about $125. Some of these fruits take years to reach the desired shape, and for that, they must be grown in special containers or molds. Some heart-shaped watermelons, for example, can take up to 3 years to be ready. Most countries have labor laws that prevent companies from firing an employee without just cause. In Japan, this law exists and ends up hindering some large companies that wish to dismiss certain employees but cannot do so unless they pay a series of high benefits and fines. The solution adopted by many companies, including big names like Panasonic, Sony, and Toshiba, is to use banishment rooms. Employees are sent to perform tasks that serve no purpose or that are incredibly boring. One example of an activity is asking the person to stare at a television monitor for up to 10 hours a day. Companies that resort to this tactic hope that the employee becomes so dissatisfied with the banal work that they choose to resign, and by resigning voluntarily, the employee loses the right to benefits, saving resources for the company. Working in Tokyo stations during rush hour are the so-called oshiya, also known as pushers, subway employees who organize passenger boarding. The profession has existed since 1955, and in the 70s, they became even busier when the public network could not handle the large number of passengers at the height of Japan's economic boom. Wearing their white gloves, the oshiya have a mission: to ensure that trains do not depart late, even if they have to give a little shove. Their task may seem simple. Many think earning money by pushing people is easy, but in quieter moments they act as station security, in addition to dealing with more than 6 million people who use Tokyo's subway every day. Punctuality in Japan is taken very seriously. To give an idea, Japanese trains are among the most punctual in the world, with an average delay of only 18 seconds. Trains in the country are so punctual that companies even apologize if, by chance, a train departs the station seconds before the official time. It is so uncommon for trains to be late that, when it happens, passengers assume that one of two serious things occurred: either someone took their own life on the tracks, or an earthquake happened. But punctuality is not limited to trains. The Japanese are also very punctual in their appointments. Generally, people arrive 10 or 15 minutes before the scheduled time. Therefore, time regulates the life of the modern Japanese citizen. Don't forget to subscribe so you can watch more videos like this.